Brought to you in part by Monadnock Flooring and Decorating, offering quality sales, service, and installation for over 35 years on Production Avenue next to Subaru of Keene. Hey everybody, welcome to Kids in the Kitchen. I'm Luca and this is...
Madeline.
You're me. I know, it's awesome. You did excellent. We're here, Madeline and I are in the kitchen today. What are we making today, Madeline? You remember? Because I already forgot. Crepes. Oh, whipped cream.
Yep.
Making whipped cream. And, eggs Benedict, but with beef, just for Lee. Lee loves beef, so we're doing beef tenderloins underneath kind of like a different style of eggs Benedict, but we're going to make a quick Hollandaise sauce, which you're going to see it's like this emulsification. That's going to be cool. And what's the one thing about this dinner that is different, or this breakfast that is different than most other breakfasts?
Gluten-free.
Gluten-free and potato-free. We're going to talk a little bit about gluten-free. We're going to make this amazing crepe that you and I just figured out. That was cool, right? Mm-hmm. We're going to show everybody how to make a crepe with 1 egg, 1 banana, nothing else. Comes out really cool. So we have that. We have our pans ready. We have our food ready. We'll talk a little bit about what gluten-free is and all that kind of stuff. We have enough butter to barely get through this episode. So let's get cooking with the kids in the kitchen. Welcome back to Kids in the Kitchen. I'm here with Madeline, and we're going to work on a gluten-free breakfast that would be great for you to have. So we're going to start doing right away. We're going to go right into making our crepe, which is really interesting. We're also going to do an eggs Benedict with beef instead of Canadian bacon. We'll show you that. And instead of poaching the eggs, we're going to do them sunny side up because that's my favorite way of doing it. I hope that's okay with you. It is?
Yep.
Perfect. Now let's start with the crepe because you're going to help me out with this too, Madeline. We need a couple of ingredients. We need a banana and we need an egg. You get the egg, okay? I'll get the banana. You want to grab the mixing bowl there and the other blender part right there? So we were working on a gluten-free show for you for today, and you cook for your family a lot, and they have, everybody has something different, right? Mm-hmm. Someone's gluten-free, someone's this free, and you have to be potato-free?
Yep.
Okay, so when I was doing the show, I was finding a lot of flours. So we have a lot of gluten-free flours, but one of the things that's in a lot of them is potato starch, right? Mm-hmm. So we had to stay away from that. Well, luckily, and I can't take credit for this, but I found this cool thing. So I'm going to have you break this up, break it up in there, and we'll throw it in here. So just kind of cut it up, and we'll mash it. But it was a crepe made from 1 egg and 1 banana, and that's it. And honestly, I had to try it out before the show to make sure it actually worked. So we need to blend that in here. So get that in there, back in bowl. That was an old reference from an old movie. You watch a lot of movies? No?
Not old movies.
I don't know why we're talking about movies when we're in the kitchen. Not old movies? What's an old movie to you? You're 15. What's considered old movie? Like something from the 80s? 90s? I just got so old all of a sudden. No, really. What's considered an old movie?
I don't know.
No? Like, what about Breakfast Club? You ever see Breakfast Club?
Yeah.
Was that an old movie?
Not that old.
Not that. Thank you. You just made my day. All right, crack the egg in here. Start mixing that up. Get that going. What I have over here with our pans, this is where we're going to do our poached eggs. There's 1 for me, 2 for Madeline. I'm also going to pull out another pan because we're going to sear our beef tenderloin medallions. We're going to cut them a little bit thinner. This pan here, since it's a non-stick pan, it's going to be perfect for our crepe. And here I'm going to melt some butter. So I'm going to grab that. Yeah, we'll do that. Take the immersion blender. I want you to knock this out with the immersion blender a couple of times. And then get it nice into a paste. Now, what was amazing about when we figured out what we were making today for the, have you ever used an immersion blender?
No.
Oh, cool. That's good. Maybe I should have asked that beforehand. This here?
Yeah.
That blends it. So you just keep going until it becomes a mash. All right? Cool. And the think about, one of the, where was I? Oh yeah, when we were talking about doing the show today, a little bit about it. We were talking about doing the show today and doing breakfast and doing it gluten-free and all this type of stuff free. So what I want you to do is get all that mash into this egg, however you can get it in there. We had to come up with different ways of doing it, and it's pretty amazing how many ingredients there are out there for gluten-free, but also how many variations and recipes and how much stuff has been tried to make it yummy at the same time. Crepes being one of my daughter's favorite things to make for breakfast. She wanted to do it on the show, but I told her you were doing your crepes. So she was like, really? But she's pretty excited about trying out these banana crepes when we get home. This one here, I just find amazing. I just think it's the coolest thing ever. The butter I'm cooking down is not for the crepe, but it's going to be for our Hollandaise. It's going to make a super fast Hollandaise. So we're going to mix this up really well. Over on this side, while you're doing that, I'm going to get myself a pan. Let's see. There we go. Just to cook up some of our tenderloin. Now, do you cook a lot with meat at home?
Not a lot.
Not. You cook a little with meat at home?
Yeah,
Right.
normally just hamburger.
Just hamburger? Well, beef tenderloin is one of my favorite things. You know why? Because you can cook it really rare. Do you like your meat rare or totally well done?
In between.
In between. That means rare. Right, Lee? Exactly. All right. So we're going to cook it in between rare and meat and rare, and that's extra rare. And we're just going to do a couple of medallions to go on. We'll just cut, this is probably a 4-ounce medallion. I cut it in half. We're going to season it a little bit. And there you go. That's the egg, right? So we need a little bit of butter in the pan. So why don't you grab a scoop of butter, almost as much as I did the last time. And you come around and you start working on our crepe over here. How's that?
How much was it? That looks like a lot.
That looks like more than I did. And that means that's a lot. Nobody ever does more than me. That's good. That's perfect. Let's get that in the pan over there on that side. And voila. Yeah, just throw it on. We don't have to clean up. There's no worries. Use that pan for your crepe. All right, so we're going to just melt the butter down. It'll just,
Food
just
come
like
off.
this. It'll come off. There it is. It came off. You're all set. Comes off. It never works perfectly on TV. So the butter I have for later on, I'm just putting over here because we don't need it right away. For this one, you just want to move the pan around so butter is everywhere, right? So it coats the pan. Luckily, it's a non-stick pan, so you should be okay either way. We might. So do you want to butter poach the eggs? Do you think we should butter poach the eggs?
Yes.
Yeah? Yeah, she does. She wants to butter poach the egg. Right, so this butter is down. Perfect. We want to get the egg and the banana in. So what I'm thinking about it, when you think about an egg and a banana together, it's really no different than making a really thin omelet with one egg. But the banana has this structure and consistency that really when you eat it the first time, it actually has a crepe consistency. So yeah, you want to spread it out. So maybe kind of move it around in the pan. Oh, that's perfect. Yours is even better than what mine did the first time. So we're going to let it cook so it holds. You've made omelets before, right? Or anything with eggs? Well, when you do that, you want to just make sure it cooks enough while it holds. Why don't we find like a little spatula so you can kind of move it. There should be a plastic spatula over there. While you're doing that, I'm getting our beef tenderloin medallions ready. Extra rare, right? Is that what you told me? No? I'm sneaking around you to get some oil. All right, yeah, you don't have to move them around on top a lot. Just going to let it settle inside. And by that, and then it's going to get to the point where you're going to flip it for us. You're going to show us how we flip it. So now I got a nice, no?
I can't do that.
You can't?
No.
Oh, that's right, neither can I. So, oh, look at that, it's holding already. This is such a cool thing. I think if everybody, whoever's watching this show, the one thing you're going to take away from here is, well, you're going to love this Eggs Benedict. But the one thing they're going to take away from it, they're going to make those. And they're even, one of the guys that tried it out when we were first doing it said it almost tasted like a pancake, right? A banana pancake. But there's no flour at all. We don't have to go to try all these other flours. It's just the banana and the egg, and that's it. With a good amount of butter. A good amount of butter, which we both like, apparently. All right, so we have that cooking now. We're going to let it cook till it holds off on the bottom. I'm searing both sides of these. And I need just maybe a fork in there. Is there a fork in there? Yeah, I'll take a fork. Because apparently all my tongs went away. And we'll just make sure we get, oh look at that, nice sear, right? We'll just let this finish cooking a little bit because I don't want to cook it too far. I want to get these nice rare, between rare and well done, rare. And we're just going to shut this off and let that go. So you're going to flip that. When we come back, you'll have it flipped because we're going to, boom, perfect. Then we can get to our poaching our eggs. We're going to make some whipped cream. There's a lot to do. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we're going to talk a little bit more about what you make at home, all right? Don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. We're here at Kids in the Kitchen, and even though you're like a young adults in the kitchen, I'm still a kid, so that's cool. What are we making? What are you making for me?
Whipped cream.
Whipped cream, that's right. So why don't you go grab the stuff for whipped cream? You know where it is? I'm going to start on our poached eggs, which are not poached eggs. So you'll see about those in a second. But at the same time, I'm also going to do, I'm also going to cook up our bread, which in this case were, what are they called? Classic white rolls, gluten-free. And the reason why I'm using rolls and not gluten-free English muffins, because all the English muffins I found had potatoes in them. Did you know that? Potato starch? So maybe I didn't find the right one, but just want to let you know that I went this way. But this is cool. We're going to toast these off. We're going to give them some flavor. And gluten-free stuff has gotten better over the years, right? Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Like breads and all this kind of stuff. It's gotten so much better. But a little bit of love and heat to this won't hurt at all. I'm wondering how this is going to break up. They are crumbly. They're a little bit, different texture because of the different flours used in them. But we're going to sear it, and we're going to give it some more flavor. Maybe we'll add some butter. Yes, we will. So who's dairy-free in your house? You have a sister or somebody?
Yeah, she has a little bit of a lactose intolerance.
But she doesn't care. She still eats the cheese anyway.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, well, then the little butter's not going to hurt her. Or the whole pound of butter. Where did it go? We've got to find it. Hey, you want to show everybody what our thing looks like? I'm going to bring it over to us. Look at that. That's the crepe. We just flipped it. And it's a banana crepe. But look at that. It's really thin. It looks like a crepe. I'm amazed by this. Are you amazed by that? No, you're not.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, get out. All right. So let's do this. You're going to start with this. So pour about a cup. Just pour. You'll see. Now, what we did, where did you pull this all out of?
The fridge.
Actually, the freezer. I don't know if you noticed that. This was out in the freezer. And the reason why I did it, pour a little bit more. All right, that'll be enough. All right, so why I put it in the freezer, because whipped cream whips up faster or better the colder everything is. So we put the cream in there just for a little bit, like 20 minutes. And then the bowl's in there, and it's great if you have a stainless steel bowl. That'll hold the cold better, but this did well. And the whisk, which is stainless steel, I did that also. So then I'm going to add some powdered sugar to this. And this powdered sugar actually has a little bit of vanilla in it. Or if you don't have it, you do a little vanilla extract. Okay? So that's you. And that's a really cold whisk. Start. And just keep going. And about 45 minutes from now, it'll be whipped cream. Okay? Hold on to that thought. Is that too long?
Yeah.
You just don't worry about it. It'll come a lot quicker than that. I'm also going to change it up. I'm going to do a thinner whisk. Now, the reason why I did this to you is because I thought it was funny with you with the big whisks. Now, the thinner whisk, the more air that's going to be in there, so it aerates a little better, and you're going to get more of a whipped cream status, okay? That is going to go on top of our little crepes here, and that's going to be an amazing dish. Now, what I want to do here for my breads, I want to toast them off a little bit. So you can do butter, which we're going to do because that's what Madeline asked me. What's your favorite thing to make at home, Madeline?
I like making eggs.
Eggs?
For breakfast, yep.
And how do you usually do your eggs?
When I'm whisking them, I add milk, and then when they're cooking, I add shredded cheese and salt and pepper.
Oh, that sounds yummy. And you cook them in butter?
Yeah.
Actually, you do.
Yep.
Actually, you do. All right, so we're going to toast our breads. We want to bring them to life. So these are our English muffin bottoms for our makeshift or interesting way of making the what are we making? Eggs Benedict. Thank you. Now you got to keep going. It's got to be faster than that. Oh, really? I'm telling you. Put some oomph into it. You're going to love it. And now we're going to make our eggs too, okay? Because the last thing we're going to make Is it going to turn on? That's the question. Oh, and then here's our beef medallions. Do you see those? Mm-hmm. Yummy. Our beef medallions are going to go under our eggs. You're going to love this. I'm telling you. You're going to make this at home. I know it. I feel it. All right, the last thing we're going to make, we're going to poach our eggs, but not in what you normally poach them in, water. We're going to poach them in a little bit of butter and oil. Now, do you know why I don't do just butter in here? Would you know? I don't either. That's a great question. Well, no, really, I do know. Why I'm doing a little bit of oil, because butter's flash point or its burn point is a lot higher than just oil. So I'm just going to take a couple scoops of butter, and we're going to poach our eggs in there. Now, you see these three things in here. These are my rings of fire. You know who sang that song? Johnny Cash. You know who Johnny Cash is? You do? That's so awesome. That's a great way to do it. I'm glad you know that. And did I have oil anywhere? And you watched The Breakfast Club too?
Yeah.
Your mom did right by you, I got to tell you. So we're going to put a little bit more oil in there. And again, it's not going to let the butter burn, but it's going to give us this nice, it's still going to have this nice buttery flavor without the butter burning. So I have it on high right now, but I'm going to turn this down a little bit once the butter all melts in there. How's that coming along? Good? Yeah?
I guess.
Anything yet? No, let me
Not
show you
really.
something. And when I say you almost want to go real fast, because it's the amount of air you get in there. So you kind of almost move in two directions. Get the bowl moving, get the whisk moving. It's only a half-hour show, so you got to keep going. Look, good thing we have the blender for the next part. All right, I got my poach working, right? All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to poach our eggs in here. Watch this. Poached eggs in butter, and it's sunny side up. Oh, it's so good. You know, you'll never do them the same way. No one will ever want to do them the same way again. Just get some ring molds. That's all you have to do, and it'll stay in the ring mold. And if you want them cooked a little bit more, you can cook them a little bit more by watch, I'll show you the way. You can poach them a little bit more where we get the top colored a little bit. That's it. You take some of this butter and we pour it over the top. And it's going to cook the egg from the top as well. You could do that as well. How's it coming?
This is tiring.
Come on, you got to be having fun doing that, no? I'll switch with you, all right? You finish these, I'm going to do that. All right, you come over here and make sure the eggs are done. All right, perfect. She's going to poach the rest of these eggs. We're going to go away. I'm going to finish the whipped cream. And then, Madeline, you're going to make a hollandaise sauce. Does that sound like a good thing? Mm-hmm. All right, she's going to make a hollandaise sauce. We're going to put all this together, and once we get back, you're going to absolutely love what we're doing here. You're going to want to make this for breakfast every day. Man, this is tiring. Why'd you make me do this? Come on. Are you kidding me? Hey, don't go away. We'll be right back. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. I'm Luca and...
Madeline.
Madeline. Madeline's here. Yay. You had any fun?
Yeah.
You did? Cool. Listen, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do the hollandaise sauce. Now, do you understand that when you make hollandaise in like culinary schools and stuff like that, it's one of the scariest things for anyone to make for the first time. And people really stay away from it because you might break the yolk, or not break the yolk, but break the sauce, or it just doesn't come out perfect. And it takes a long time because you got to do the double boiler technique, right? Well, we're getting rid of all of that. We're going to do it all in a blender, really quick, really easy. You can do it any time. So what I'm going to need you to do is separate the eggs. So I'm going to show you the first one. Basically, you're going to crack an egg, right? And you're going to try and keep going back and forth till most of the egg white is gone from the egg yolk, right? So once you have it in there, that's what I need. I need 3 more just like that. You do that. While she's doing that, I got to show you guys this really cool poached egg we have over here. Sunny side up. Ooh, come on, baby. All right. We'll get our rings off of there. They're perfectly done. They're poached to perfection, really kind of like light on the inside. And they're buttery already, right? Because we poached them in butter, not in water. And now the yolk's not cooked all the way through. How you doing? Like that. That's awesome. It's whatever you need to do, even if you need to pick it up with your hand. But check these out. These bad boys are beautiful. All right, so now we got that. All right, and then we have our banana crepe. Remember that? Look at the banana crepe. That is so awesome. What's going on in our banana crepe? You remember?
The whipped cream and
The whipped
powdered
cream,
sugar.
that's right. The one that you made me finish. What was up with that? Just gonna warm up the butter a little bit more. Look at that whipped cream. It's absolutely beautiful. Powdered sugar, powdered sugar. Let me just reach out here. I get myself some powdered sugar because she said it wasn't sweet enough, my whipped cream. So we're gonna put some powdered sugar on our banana crepe, right? It's like having the coolest pancake ever. How you doing over there? You got everything? Oh, here's the garbage. Is that what you were looking for? Oh, and you wanted to clean your hands too because you have eggs all over it. All right.
Thank you.
Hey, save this. You know what you can make with this? Make an awesome meringue. So, if you know you're making a meringue later that day, this is for you because you asked for this. Now you can put any type of topping on this too. Just think about a little chocolate sauce on this crepe too. Just simple drizzle with some chocolate. Like that, I mean, you have your perfect crepe. Now you can do a gluten-free crepe without worrying about what's in the other stuff. Here's the oh no, I forgot something really important. Let's pull these off now. Can I put these on? Don't tell anybody I did that. I'd be in a lot of trouble. While I do this, put the eggs in there. Look at these. Look at these. Oh, these look so good. So you got all the eggs in there. Is this something you would try at home, Madeline?
I need to use that spatula.
Huh? That's all right. Let's see. Does it go in? Oh, you want to use a spatula. Yeah, you don't need it all. You're good. We're going to need a pinch of lemon. I mean, a pinch of salt. You do a pinch of salt. And I'm going to do a little lemon juice in here. And those are your basics. The other thing you might want to add for really good Hollandaise sauce is a little bit of cayenne pepper in there too. Okay? So then we take this. We're going to do about a couple of teaspoons. Whoop, was that a seed in there? Yeah. That's a special present for your sister. You're really nice, your sister. You cook for her and everything, except for the whole thing. Okay, so now what I need you to do is pulse this up just a little bit. Just use, that pulse button. Yeah, just keep going. There you go. Now we're coming. All right. Now, did you put salt in there too? So we have lemon juice, we have egg, and we have the salt, and that's what you usually need for a hollandaise. Now, generally what we do is we take the butter and we drizzle it over to get the emulsification. Now, why you're doing the double boiler in a hollandaise is because as you're whisking, you need the heat with the melted butter to create, and then you need a lot of whisking, and you got to keep it heat. But the thing about this, because we're using the power of the blender, we don't need that. So we just add, all right, hold on, I'll take it from here. You're going to hit the blender part, and I'm going to pour this down. And if it gets on you, just run, okay? Go ahead, hit the blender. I hope this works. Go ahead, hit the blender. Go ahead, keep going. Keep going, a little more. Okay, one more. All right, stop right there. Hopefully, it's got a little bit more. All right, we need a little bit more butter. All right, it always works the first time. Ready? Go. Now just keep it on the whole time. Now we're mixing the two items together for us, right? And if we did this right, we have our hollandaise sauce that goes over the top, which is nice and creamy and rich and hollandaisey. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, you did that, kid. That's heaven right there. Heaven on a plate. All right, it might not ever, if you're in a culinary class, that might not ever get you an A, but if you're home with your family, they will absolutely love it. So you have your totally gluten-free and, dare I say, not butter-free breakfast. That's your extra sweet pancake crepe, and there's ours. So what'd you think? Did all right? Mm-hmm. Yeah? You gonna try these?
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, I don't know if she's scared of me or what. I don't know. Can I have a bite? I don't have a fork. Do you mind if I have a bite of this?
Sure.
Sure? All right. All right, well, that's us. That's Madeline. Look at that ooze out. Oh my gosh, Madeline, you make some great food. I'm gonna eat this right now. I'm gonna use my hands because that's amazing. Hold on, hold on. Ah. And you're gonna have the crepe, and we'll see you next time on Kids in the Kitchen. Brought to you in part by Benedict Flooring and Decorating, offering quality sales, service, and installation for over 35 years on Production Avenue next to Subaru of Keene.